Hello friend, today we are going to apply the heat on one side of the plate, and this heat is the function of the time. So this is a transient analysis. So here actually we are just trying to get the temperature profile so that we can verify our result with the thermography result, experimental thermography results. So here you can see this is a block in which we are applying the heat. Q is equals to Q naught sine omega t. Here Q naught is the 100, that is a maximum heat will go up to 100 and minimum will be the 0. When the time is t is equals to 0, the heat is 0, and when the time is equals to some higher value, then it will be the 100 for some values. So here instead of omega we are using the mu. Mu is equals to, that is 30 hertz. So omega is equals to 2 pi mu, and so that here the Q is equals to 100 sin omega t. I am writing the same heat in the terms of the we are shifting the axis to the middle. Okay, so the same thing we can write it 51 plus of sine 60 pi t. So from here we will apply the heat. All these surfaces will be insulated, and this Q is a function of time. And we will see how we are applying this. So this is the ANSYS workbench. From here, the transient thermal analysis, you can create, you can drop it into the standalone system. So I already drop it here. First step is the engineering data. You can just double click it. When you will click on the engineering data, you can see that structure steel is a default there. And if you want to change this, go at the top, click on the engineering data. Here the material has came. General material, you can go in the general material, you can put here titanium alloy. If you want to put, click it here and a book will come, it will show it is added in the library. You can click on the engine data sources. Here you can see the titanium alloy has came. So I am again going in the project. The second step is to insert the geometry. So for that, right click on the geometry, new space claim geometry you have to click. New space claim geometry is a CAD software by the ANSYS, and it is the best because to import the model from this to the ANSYS tools is very easy, compatible, and this tool is very easy to use it. Just I am going to show you now how we are going to form all of these things. So at the same time, I'm saying you can try to use this tool. So this ANSYS as space claim has opened. First, we have to select the plane. For selecting the plane, I will choose the Z axis. Means to say I have to draw in the XY plane. Select the sketch here. Then click it anywhere on the sketch. You can now draw any sketch on this here. I'm choosing the rectangle. On the left hand side there is a property box will open. Here you should define the rectangle. We are defining the rectangle from center, otherwise it will be go from the corner. For example, here it is going from the corner, so I am just giving Ctrl Z. Then I am saying okay, define the rectangle from the center. So by using the space bar, you can put 100 on the below dimensions tab, change the dimensions above, that is 200, that is the height. So now we have the sketch of this one. Now we want to draw the hole. For that I am going to use the constructions line. I am saying I am going from the top, at is f 16 mm. 16. So you have pressed the shift button, so it will be show the dimensions from the corners to where you are moving. Minus 16 as we are going in the downward direction. So as the minus 16 we reach here, from here we can draw the line. Okay, from here we will go to we will draw the circles. Okay, so first circle I am going to draw at a distance of 8 mm from the corner. So shift and you can move it, so it will show you the distance. So I'm putting 8 mm. It has create 8 at mm, and I'm just putting the space bar, and it is 6. So 6 mm dimensions circle I have made it here. Okay, similarly at a distance of 12 mm from its center I have going for the another circle. So that is a 12 mm. So you can just put the space bar 12 mm. another circle you can create of 8 mm. So put the space bar, put 8, and you can create the another circle. Okay, now you can put again shift, you can put it from here, you can see the next distance is 18 mm. So you can just put the 18 mm and put enter. Space has came. After 18 you have to draw the 10. Okay, and now again you have to put shift bar to get the dimensions. Okay, escape, shift bar to get the dimensions. So this time, okay, this is showing the dimensions from here, but I want the dimensions from the center to center distance. So sometimes we have to see why it is going to show like that. Five up to here, it is the 12, and we have to go 22. So actually why it is 12, then from here we are going 10 more, 10. Then here we are just drawing the dimensions of 12 mm. Put the space bar, put 12, and after this we are putting a dimension of 26. Then we are making a 16 mm hole, 16 mm hole. Okay, from here we have drawn the sketches. Now from these sketches actually we want to draw a complete solid. So first we have to go for the curve to surface planes. We have click it here. So you can see that from the curve we have gone to the surface planes. From here there is options to select all of these circles by using the control and just delete these circles. Okay, now we are going to pull this surface. Just click on it, or from the top pull surface is there. Click on any surface, press the enter bar, and whatever the thickness you want, you can put that thickness. So I am putting the 10 mm of thickness. So you can see this has converted, the surface is converted into the solid, and I am just deleting this curve. Okay, now what is my next thing is I want these holes on whole body. So what I can do, I can go and use the linear pattern. In linear pattern, I am choosing all these circles by using the control, and then here on the left corner you can see it is asking on which linear edge. I'm saying on X direction. So by default you can see here the number of count. Okay, pattern type, it is asking one dimensional or two dimensional, so I'm going for the one dimensional. It is asking how many counts of these circles. Here you can see the 19 counts of circles are there, x which the distance between the two consecutive circles. So here I am putting the x pitch is equals to 24 mm, and the number of count is still, you can see that is the number of count, it is showing 19, but I don't want the 19, I want 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. I want the 8, I put the 8, I put the enter. You can see it has created, and I am just putting the with this tick key I can go for that. You can see now I have the body which is having the gaps between them. Actually these are the, we are using it as a defect in the main material during the thermography. Okay, so our geometry is now prepared. Now we are going in the geometry, already it is ticked, means to say it has directly imported it from the space claim. So that's the beauty of using the space claim. In the model, double click the model. When you will double click the model is going to be opened. So here in the model, what we are generally does in the model, we are applying the meshing, we are applying the material to the each product, to the each part, and we will solve the applying the boundary conditions, we will solve the equations. So what equations it is generally going to solve? That's the main questions I always try to answer. So let I will tell you that also. So the body has imported here. Okay. So what is here? First of all, the geometry. The geometry is here, the solid. I have given the name. I didn't change the name, so it is come with the solid. On the property bar, you can see this is the stiffness behavior is flexible. As material assignment is structure steel. You want to change it, you can change it. So structure steel I am taking. Okay, the material you want to see, so you can just directly click it on the structure steel. All the properties of the structure steel will come here. And in the last assignment, I have shown you that K is equals to 60.05. The thermal isotropic thermal conductivity 60.05 watt per meter per degree Celsius. So main thing is now the meshing. In the meshing, right click, insert the method. In the method, just select the body from here, click it here, selection of body, method. The method, whatever the method is, you can use the hex dominant, you can use the multi-zone method. We cannot use the sweep here because in the sweep it will use this cross sections or any cross section and it will be swept at all the body, but in between the gap is there, so it will not accept the sweep method. So I'm using the multi-zone. So in multi-zone it will be divide the body into this different parts and it will mesh that one. Meshing means it is a discretization of the body into the small chunks of the differential elements. Okay, and on these elements, the board on these elements are having the nodes. Every elements are having the nodes, and this on these nodes, the equations or the what temperature or the heat is calculated actually. So here I have given the element size. I am giving the element size 0.003. Actually, 003 is okay. It's generate mesh. So here when you have actually when I have doing the meshing, I have not shown which element, which type of element I'm using, the linear element, quadratic element. Just I have tried to mesh with the hexahedral element, but other things I have not tell you. But when you will go, okay, it has meshed with the hexahedral elements. Okay, but if you go in the multi-zone, you can see here the surface mesh method is program control. Otherwise, you can take as a uniform page that you can see my video on the meshing that I have explained it what all of these are. Element order actually I was saying it is a linear and quadratic. I have just used the global setting. Otherwise, generally I'm using the linear element. I think I should show what is a linear element before that. If I will get something here, this is one of the element, this is the nodes. So if I'm creating it here and I'm trying to get, okay, see here it is a quadratic element. See here it is a quadratic element because it is using nodes on every corner as well as the center of the element. So it is the quadratic element. I think it has used all are having the quadratic element. Okay, you can see it is a quadratic element. You can use the linear element also. It depends on you. So, okay, I am happy with the quadratic elements, no problem. The transient thermal bond, transient thermal, here you can just fit your body. Transient thermal, here we have to apply the boundary conditions. First of all, the initial temperature, whole body is having the 22 degrees Celsius, which is the surrounding temperature. Okay. In here, we are going to apply the convection. Before convections, we are just using the perfectly insulation. Perfectly insulations we are providing on this surface. Actually, first we have to select the surface. This is this surface, this surface, this surface, and this surface. We are saying the perfectly insulation. Okay. After perfectly insulation, we are saying the convection. On the other side of the plate, we are saying that it is convected. Inside the holes also actually it is convected. Okay, inside the hole it is convected, but whether we are sure it is perfectly convection is occurring inside the hole or not, so we are not sure, so we are not going to put it like that, convections. Otherwise we can select these surfaces also for the convections and convections with the air. So I am using the heat transfer coefficient, that is the value of H is equals to 10 watt per meter square degree Celsius. Okay. And after that, we are going to insert the heat flow. There is a two things, heat flux and heat flow. Heat flux, that is the heat per unit area. Heat flow, that is the heat, normal heat. Okay, I am selecting this surface. We are going to apply the heat here, and we are defining the heat in the terms of function. Just click here, it will come as a function. In the functions, you can put the equation 50 into 1 plus 1 plus sine 60 into pi, that is 3.14. If you have the pi symbol, then it will be acceptable, into of time. You have to put full time. If you will put t, it will not accept. So put the whole time. You can see, and graph has came. You can see 50. This is the graph between what and what. Okay, this is, they should show the graph between what and what. Actually it is the, by seeing it here, it is the q, and q, it is going to the 100, and it, for the 1 second it is like that. Otherwise okay, if I'm going in the analysis setting, here is the time step is there, number of steps, it is 1, that is 1 second. I can go and change this to 10 second. Okay, 10 second, current step is a 1 step, and time is 1 second it is saying. But okay, I am now dividing the 1 second into the 10 steps. Okay, now you can see 1 second is divided into the 10 steps. Okay, 1 second is divided into the 10 steps. And here actually I don't know why it is why I'm not able to see the values here actually. Mhm. The value, it should show the values actually. Okay, 0.8, 9, 0.1. Okay, so every steps. So current step, number of steps, current step, 3 seconds. So actually now it is taking the 10 seconds analysis. Per step it is of 1 second. And initial time is the 0.01 second. The analysis will start, and the minimum type of steps means to say whenever the analysis will occur, it will discretize it into the minimum to maximum. Okay, according to the requirements. So this is the heat flow already we have given. Yes, actually I was showing you the number of elements and everything. In the mesh, you can go and see the statics here. You can see the number of nodes and elements what is created here. Okay, and other things are there, but I will go in between and I will show you. Now we are going in the solution. We are saying solve it. So actually when I have told the solve it, here you can see the solution is going on. It is building the mathematical model. So what is the mathematical model it is building? Actually, an unknown error occur. Okay, what the error? Some error has occurred. An unknown error occurred during solvers. Check the solver output on the solution information object for possible causes. Okay, what is that? You can go in the solution solver output. You can say Control F, and you can put the error. Here the error will come. Next, next is non-recoverable by ANSYS. What is the above error? Fatal, the required number of distributed memory process 8 exceeds the number of physical processors that are available on the machines. 4. Deepak, the use of virtual processor is not recommended. It is required that you have the maximum of 4. Okay, here I have given the 8 number of processor, but it is showing that it is only having the 4 processor. So this is the error it has came. Now going back to the solution, here I can change my course to 4. I am putting it 4. Okay, I have put the 4 processor and I am again going and I am saying solve. Okay. Okay, now whenever it is solving the equation, this equation, it is solving the mathematical model and it is solving actually again and again it is writing the, so it is solved. Okay, so what the equation it is solving, that is the important thing. So it is solving this differential equation. Okay, it is providing this differential equation on the each element. Okay, here this Q internal heat generation is 0, but there is a conduction is occurring. This is the part of the conduction and this is the transient analysis. This is how the temperature is changing with the time. Okay, so we can go back here. We can go back here. Here each element here on each element, from here the heat has come here, the conduction has occurred here, and here the convection has occurred here. So that differential equation is acting on the inside elements, and the surface, at the surface is the convection. The convection, one more equations will come here, that is HA delta T, that is T, temperature of the body minus of temperature of the environment. So that will also come into the picture. Okay, so we can go here, we can say thermal, we can say temperature analysis. Temperature analysis, especially I want to in the Z direction, Y direction or X direction, whether it is matter or not. Is anyone of you want to answer? No, that temperature is a scalar quantity and it will not matter on what directions you are taking the temperature, because it should be the same. So you can see the positions. First of all, you should understand this is the heat flow direction. These parts are insulated. Here it is a convection with 22 degrees Celsius and 10 watt per meter square of heat transfer coefficient, convective heat transfer coefficient. Okay, here is the temperature. So here you can see the part where the heat is, we are providing the heat to the body. Here the temperature is increasing, that is 23.183. Okay, and as it is going on the other phase, it is, the temperature is normal, that is approximately equals to the atmospheric pressure, that is atmospheric temperature 22.837, increase in the 0.837. Okay, so like this we can do the analysis. Generally what is occurred here, what we want to see in the thermography. In the thermography, whenever the defect is there, what generally occurs? Whenever defect is there, the inside portion which is having the hole or something else, the conduction stops there. It will be heat flow through the convections or any other uh, conditions. So there the temperature profile gets suddenly changed. Okay, if you want to compare the two temperature profile, you can see this larger hole and the small hole, then you will come to know what is actually occurring there. Okay, for that you can take a cross sections. Actually, this is a section plane. You can first select this one and you can just take the cross section here. Okay, this is the large hole and this is the small hole. This is the small hole. Okay, so where the hole is large is convection is affecting there due to the large hole, whether the hole is small, whether the convection is less or more. Okay, that we have to study. We have to try to know these things. But inside, actually, the mistake is here. I have not given the convection inside the body. So it is completely uniform. Okay, on the hair, just click on the district, it will come complete. So we can go and we can do the another analysis in which we can give the convections to these holes also. So whether this has affect the results or not. Here the temperature profile is also there. You can see the temperature first it is increasing on the first cycle. It has increased just only maximum of 22 point of 22 point of 4 or 3 approximately. Okay, and at every cycle the temperature is going to be increased. Okay, so like this we can do many other analysis. Okay, what has happened here, retrieve these results. Okay, or we can go and we can put the total heat flux, and there is a one again term, thermal directional heat flux. Okay, body is there. Okay, it is coming the cross sections body, temperature, heat flux, section plane. I have gone here and I have just gone and I said you can select it and you can say delete new section plane. You can say delete it, otherwise it will come again and again. I am going to evaluate last position page. Okay, okay, again it is showing like that only. First I am going to change it. Okay, whether we are going anything. Okay, first of all you can see the total heat flux. This is the total heat flux it is finding. Okay, and we can see that here on this surface we are providing the heat, on the other surface it is the convected. It is a directional heat flux. Directional heat flux actually in the y, it is came in the x direction, so x direction is not matter much for us. I want in the z direction. Evaluate all result. Okay, in the z direction heat flux, directional heat flux, that is the watt per meter cube. You can see the directions first of all heat flow. Okay, so directional heat flux. You can see in the directional heat flux, this part is having the 13 watt per meter square, and the actually from here the heat is coming actually, and this part is showing that the heat is going out from there. So like this we can study the heat flux also. And total heat flux, actually there is a curve is coming, the total heat flux. I want to discuss this curve. Actually what is happening here, this is the maximum heat flux, this is the maximum heat flux, and this is the average, actually average for the whole body. Okay, so maximum is occurring where, maximum is occurring on this red surface where the heat is going inside it. Okay, so like this we can do the analysis. Thank you very much. This is Deepak Maurya.